29th of September for the collective, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So getting back to work. Hopefully you've gotten some rest, because as much as you've been working lately on these plans, these projects, these ideas of yours, and putting the work in to make them kind of feasible for right now, even if you start to get kind of burn out, like, well, I knew I was going to have to do this, but I didn't know I was going to have to do it for this long. There is an end in sight, because a new phase of this business is about to start. A new phase of this job or work is about to start. And after this, you will be hitting your stride. It feels like you're getting bored with what you're doing right now, but it's not that you're getting bored, it's that you're getting broken in. And remember, broken in isn't broken. It's building muscle memory. It's getting your mind geared towards solving these problems. And it's important that you focus on what you want your end result to be, not kind of how much guff you may be getting along the way. Ophiuchus for the 29th of September. The Chariot in reverse. So there is some love lost here. It is quite possible that you're focusing on self-discipline at this point, and you may be coming off as kind of aggressive and arrogant. However, I don't think you are. I know that's a big thing with Cancers, because I'm a Cancer. And Ophiuchus, if you're bringing any of this Chariot in reverse energy in and people are seeing you like that, it's because they did something. It's because they did something, and you standing up for yourself and drawing boundaries with them is now a problem for them, because they're like, well, why is this not a thing anymore? And it's quite possible that they don't understand that they did anything wrong, or they're insistent that they didn't, and that, well, you let me do it before, or you helped me with this before, so why is it a problem now? Quite possible you saw through some funny BS, and they're not liking that you have. So don't feel bad, and don't, I almost want to say don't worry about putting somebody in their place, but I don't think you'll have to. They're going to make it to where it is that they are, or where they quote unquote should be karmically. They'll make it there themselves. You don't have to do anything. Twenty-ninth of September for Aries. Aries, not Ophiuchus, no, Ophiuchus. We're on Aries. We've got these 7 of Swords in the upright. Yeah, somebody may be snipping around to see what kind of bonus it is that you've got. With the past few days, about a week, it looks like you kind of made a financial turnaround where you've gotten through some issues and figured out a way through a rather difficult path, and now it's going to be important that you keep what it is that you're doing and how you're doing it to yourself. As good of a mood as you may be in, it's not really anybody else's business how you did this or what it is that you have. So beware of kind of showing off what it is that you've got and how you got it. It's likely someone may be looking for kind of a chink in the armor and a chance to betray you somehow. It's not that they're going to make it really obvious, and you may end up finding out about this betrayal later on, so keep an eye on what manifestations have come in, what kind of practical resources that you've got, and ensure that you keep them. Nothing wrong with keeping, you know what, if it's really your business and not theirs, it's not really keeping a secret, is it? So don't feel bad about it. Not everyone needs to know everything about you. Twenty-ninth for Taurus. September 29th for Taurus. And then the Tower. So, what you got yesterday may not be everything that it's cracked up to be, but It will allow you to have sudden change. Now, whether this is sudden change that you're expecting, or because it feels like it's been sitting back there for quite a while, and maybe you're finding out something that that you didn't anticipate, and that's going to throw you off. Yeah, with the sun yesterday and then the tower today, somebody else may be finding out something that they're not too keen on too, and it may have to do with you somehow. Either way, sudden insight is going to kind of rule yesterday and today, and possibly into the next few days. So I do believe I said something about this going into the middle of next week. So yeah, this could be a few days of revelation and release, and finding something out that you may have been avoiding for quite a while. Gemini, this is your daily for September 29th. We've got the Hermit in reverse, trying to find a way forward. I believe you realize that you can't look back to find your way forward, so it seems as though you have enough information to get you someplace, but it's kind of like you're still in the position of wondering if you're reading the room right, reading the information right, and kind of second guessing yourself. However, if you are isolated, it's put you into the position where you know what your own thoughts are, and that is more valuable than any information anybody else can give you. So utilize your own mind and start moving forward on a new path. It looks like you will be beating out your own and walking your own path for quite a while, and that can only be a good thing. September 29th for Cancer. Knight of Swords. As somebody who believes that they surpassed you could be trying to come back in and say, oh yeah, by the way, sorry, I didn't realize I left you behind. They knew what they were doing, and maybe trying to ambitiously come back and kind of pick you up on their way back through, but I don't think you're going to be willing to hold on to that. It's going to be very important that you stay kind of at attention for someone coming in and saying that, oh, they're going to fix everything, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, making promises, and I don't think that they're promising something that they already have. It may be that they are anticipating getting something, and whether it's monetary or physical, and yeah, I don't think that they've got it yet. So beware of someone promising you the world, promising to be able to come in and swiftly fix all of your problems, because they will not be able to. of September for Leo. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So Leo, it does look as though, you're still comfortable. You may have lessened the passion, lessened the energy a little bit, and just kind of been simmering in space because the fire sign that you are, right? And it seems as though you may be really focusing on the practical side of life and how it is that you can nurture it forward. Now, a part of this feels like you've cut yourself off from something from the past, and while you're okay with it right now, I think you may still be looking toward investing in what you have in hand right now, but maybe that regret is going to have you coming back to what you've left behind or what you've cut yourself off from. Yeah, because that jealousy is really kind of focused right now, and I think you leave something with someone, and or you give it to someone, or you leave it behind, and then you're like, well, that was mine, I want it back. And I don't think it's yours anymore. September 29th for Virgo, we've got the Ten of Wands, of course, burdens, right? It seems like the reality of previous situations, current situations, future situations that you want to be in, maybe the reality is kind of set in like, oh wait, this opportunity is really a burden. It's actually work, and it could be stressing you the hell out. Now, as much as you may be trying to take on extra responsibility, or it was just given to you out of thin air, it's like you want it to all be done with, and you may rush through some things and miss a few very, very important details. So be careful as much as you can, and everything that it is that you're handling is going to be dealt with by the end of the day, but you may have to do some cleanup work tomorrow. September 29th for Libra. Of course, we've got the Tower. Now, Libra with the Tower, that sudden change that I was talking about, that big event that was around the corner yesterday, seems like you may be getting it today. So this sudden change is going to help you move things forward quickly. However, that does mean some people, some things, some issues are going to end up kind of falling off of the cart on the way to deal with the problem, or for you going towards this big event. Now, I don't think this is anything bad, but anything that's not supposed to be with you will not be with you by the time that you get there. September 29th for Scorpio. Yeah, we've got the Seven of Wands, and you are finally proven right that you're right to keep those boundaries up, Scorpio. Because now there's people at the walls, and it feels like you may be dealing with a challenge today, but I think because of the work that you've put in before, you're going to have less of an issue than you would have otherwise. Like, you're putting your time and energy into something so that, kind of like you were boarding up the windows of your house before a hurricane hits. And, other people looking at you like you're crazy, like, why are you doing that? You know, you're just wasting your time. They're going to get blown out anyway. And it's like, yeah, no, you're just doing what you need to do because you can see what's coming in, and you can see that you can protect yourself to at least some degree, and there's no reason why you shouldn't. September 29th for Sagittarius. So for the 29th Sagittarius, you've got the Temperance card, and there is a certain amount of clarity that's coming today, even though you may get it in a way that is not your usual way of getting answers. It's almost like you're used to needing to beat around the bush and play by the rule of a bunch of, BS social rules, like, oh, well, this is how you act whenever you're here, and then you don't ask a direct question because that's rude. Ask the direct questions. You don't need to handle everybody's emotions right now, and what you seem to need is answers. Those answers I don't think are emotional right now, but I do feel like you've been in a situation where you've had to sidestep and kind of gently coax answers out of people in order to get to where you need to go. That's not what you need to do right now. Cut to the chase, be blunt, ask the questions that you need to know the answers to, and realize that if they're not willing to give you the answer the first time you ask the question, they're either not involved enough to know the answer, or they know the answer, but they know that for some reason, they need to keep the answer from you. And it doesn't even really seem like they benefit from it. It seems like somebody that they know is going to benefit from them helping them keep this secret. So, yeah, watch out for that. 29th of September for Capricorn. Aquarius, you are not Aquarius, you're a Capricorn. I even just said it. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. You could be an Aquarius cross-watching for Capricorn, and that's fine. This could also be for you if you are an Aquarius. So, regardless of your sign, we've got the Eight of Cups, and walking away from something, giving up on something, maybe what needs to be done right now. Kind of deal with the fact that things are at a position where you're just disappointed in the situation, and walking away from it could give you the perspective that you need to see what maybe the purpose was behind all of this. And I hate to say it like this, but absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? And it also helps you realize what it is that you miss about a person, a situation, a place, and maybe help you realize that what you were there for wasn't something that was good for you. Twenty-ninth of September for Aquarius. We've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So recovery. Recovery is a good thing, and you will be making it out of something today. And it may be a sudden realization that you don't have to deal with something anymore. A sudden realization that, no, I don't need to go pick that up anymore. No, I don't need to go to that second or third job. And it's going to help you recover, because it seems like it was more of a financial burden than it was worth. And it's not just about finances like coins and bills. This is energy that you're going to be able to get back. And even though it will slowly come in, it'll be a process, your situation will be improving in a number of ways. September 29th for Pisces. We have the Chariot in the upright, so you are making some movement, some progress. Somehow it is like that clown car finally emptied, and you are on your own, headed toward your chosen destination. You don't have to worry about dropping anybody off anymore. That being said, do not pick up anybody else. The control that you have right now could feel like it's a little addicting, but there's nothing wrong with that at this point. Take control of the direction that you're going, and get everything out of this that you can. It's kind of like you had a checklist of customers that you had to deal with, and that you're finally done with it, so now you can go home. So go home. Do not answer your phone. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just go home and have the courage to say no.